Hello friends, my name is Akaki and this is my one-handed DualShock 4. It's the PlayStation 4 controller. You hold on to the controller like normal with your left hand, and to move the right stick, you move the whole controller left, right, up and down. And all the buttons, they're right here. X, 0, Delta, Kuchi, and for the triggers you've got this second trigger piece here that pushes on the ones on the right. See?
You are invading my personal space, sir.
So it's a bunch of 3D printed parts that make using this controller with one hand possible. So as you know, I made this first for the PlayStation 5 a while back, and I was blown away by the positive reaction to the design. Look, it was downloaded over 500 times. That's like twice per each PS5 owner. So it actually turns out nobody has a PS5 yet, and everyone's still playing with these PS4 controllers. So I modified the design to fit the PS4. And by modify I mean mostly rebuild it from zero. But that did give me a chance to improve on a few things. So as you can see, this connection for the, what shall we call it, the button pushers, this is now more solid than before, so the button presses get transmitted better. There's an improved flexure button here to push the home button. All the joints are modified slightly so they should be smoother and you don't need to use that Vaseline anymore. This optional rubber band is now easier to hook on. And you no longer need the peg piece for this shoe rubber thing. And I made these labels for the buttons so you know what you're pushing. They're pretty cute, right? The colors are actually just pieces of colored filament. So you take a bit of filament, you take the appropriate color, stuff it in these slots, and glue these individual things on where they should go. See? If you print the design for your right hand, use these corn kernel looking pieces to label the arrow buttons. And for the pro gamers out there, you can print this handy leg strap. It helps keep the controller in place when you're playing professional games. And what's more, you can keep your DualShock with you wherever you go, always ready for some one-handed gaming action. So, what do you think? Like and subscribe if you agree I have single-handedly transformed gaming for the better. Let's change it for the left one. See, it's not easy to decide what order your arrow buttons should be. If you've got up, down, left and right, should they be up here near the top, the bottom next to it? Perhaps right should be the rightmost one. In the end, I went with the universal standard of Dance Dance Revolution. Pretty cool, right? Oh, before you ask, the A stands for A All Right. To make one for yourself, you can download the files here. They're all easy to print files with no supports needed when printing. So you can easily ask a friend or your library or somewhere to print one for you. Apart from that, I'll print a few copies of this device if you want to buy one on my Etsy store. Oh, and don't forget, Caleb and his charity at thecontrollerproject.com, they can print you one for free. If you think that's awesome, why don't you think about donating to them? Or if you find the design helpful, I take tips as well. Before I go, here's a few details you might have missed. You see how these gray pieces, they curve along like this? That's not just to look cool, it's actually absolutely required for this mechanism to clear that handle piece. So all that's function from form. No, wait, other way around. When you're putting it together, here's a puzzle for you. Can you figure out what those symbols mean? The shape of these knobs is no accident either. This piece is printed facing this way on the bed, so from the bottom there to the top there. That means the knob would normally have to have supports when printing it, but I've made this peculiar shape where this triangular fin that acts as the support for both of these knobs, so they can be integrated into this one single piece with no supports. Now for the opposing end to fit, it has to have this 60-degree sector cut out. Oh, and don't you think it's cool how these things just snake around each other so that they don't interfere? With that, until next time, thank you for watching.